Hey there, lovely people, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Messages from the Heart. My name is Candida from At Ease Candid Health, www.candidavasello.com, and I will be regularly posting on YouTube Messages from the Heart. So just a little bit of background about why I'm doing this, my intention, my purpose for these videos. It's exactly what the name suggests, Messages from the Heart. So I started this Message from the Heart thing about a year ago in March in the full lockdown COVID situation. And at that time, as we all know, the world was gripped in huge panic, huge stress, huge unwellness. And nobody knew what was happening. We didn't know how long lockdowns were going to go on for. We didn't know how, many of us didn't know how we were going to manage in all sorts of different ways with our families, with finances. Jobs were lost, lives were lost. It was, to say horrendous time, it probably perhaps doesn't even cover it. So it was during this time that I was in lockdown myself, in isolation. Well, I went into voluntary isolation. I had to stop my work. I couldn't see my family. I couldn't see my grandchildren. I couldn't see anybody. And we were all like this in Australia at the time, except for essential workers, as it was everywhere else. The one thing, though, that I was so eternally grateful and still am for is that I live reasonably close to the beach. So I, and many of us, were able to go for beach walks. And it was on those beach walks that I thought, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help? I was noticing that lots of people were doing amazing things. People had started to make, because there was a shortage of masks, as we know, so people were starting to make masks and make masks more readily available. There were people making more protective equipment gear, and like in Australia, we even had the bushfires raging at the time as well, and we had so much wildlife that died and was injured, and homes were lost in that way as well, lives too. And people were doing so much kindness and things that people probably didn't think they had within them. They were coming forth and helping. Like even people were making little fabric pouches for our little kangaroos, our little baby joeys that whose mothers had died in the fire. So it's actually quite emotional when we think about this. And I know that for a big part of the world, it's not, for all of us, it's not over yet, but a big part of the world is still in not as good a way as we are in Australia. So when I thought about what can I do, I'm walking along thinking, what can I do? How can I help? And so I'm used to connecting to my heart. I mean, that's what I do. I meditate every day, and that's one of my biggest things, is that connection with the heart, the truth of my heart, the truth of our heart, all of our hearts. I've been teaching this kind of thing for many, many years in all sorts of different ways. So as I was walking, I sort of did that, breathe in, slowed down and stopped feeling upset and worried, and went into, you know, the sacred space of my heart and asked the question, what could I do? So very, very quickly an answer came, and it was, well, just do your videos, Candida, do what you do. What is it that you do? And in all of my teaching, in all of my yoga teaching, my work with children, my work with teachers and principals, my work with my private clients, my yoga students, all of it has been about the connecting with the mind and the heart, and the mind-heart coherence, the and wellness of the body, mind and spirit. But all of this comes from the love of the heart, the truth, and the wisdom intuition, inner knowledge, whatever you would like to call it. And I was reminded by myself that I have a really strong spiritual background. I've studied for many, many, many years, always still am, but have studied quite intensely with a spiritual teacher for 16 years. So I'm an initiate of Kriya Yoga. So there was a lot of information that I could share. And at the time, what was really important was how to bring oneself, or to shift one's mental and emotional state from fear and panic to peace and calm, and what that meant in relation to the immune system. So it was about offering techniques, about offering understandings, and put it in the most succinct and simple way, so that people weren't overwhelmed with a lot of information, but in a way that made perfect sense and was relatable to our life at the time. And in a way that the information would be receivable by everyone. So majorly, I was reminded, well, you know about health and wellness, you know about the immune system, you know about the coherence of the mind and the heart, you know about how to put the body into a state of calm and relaxation, so that the good hormones, the healing hormones of serotonin, dopamine, melatonin, all of those healing, peaceful, regenerative hormones can be released into the body, as opposed to when we're in fear and panic and stress and uncertainty, as to all the adrenaline, the cortisols, and all of that flooding the body, which is counterproductive to the immune system. It actually depletes the immune system. Whereas when we're in that state of peace and calm, oxytocins, endorphins, they're released as well, and they actually boost the immune system. So that's how it all started. And so I started to do regular videos on my beach walks with the ocean in the background and sometimes the noisy waves. But I think it was a peaceful scene for people to relate to, and in relation to the words also that I was delivering, and to the heartfelt energy that I was transmitting for us all. That's how it all started. So as time has gone on, so we're a year down the track now, and my messages have evolved, and as I have evolved, and we all have evolved. We've come through this amazing past year as a global family in amazing ways we never thought we could, probably, for many of us. It's not over yet. We still have more to do. It's always an ongoing thing, life and evolution. But I think one of our major things at this point is understanding and realizing how powerful we are, how much more we are than we think we are, how innovative we are, how resourceful we are, and how all of that can happen in a calm and peaceful, relaxed way. It doesn't have to be a pushing ahead, struggle, fight sort of thing. So my messages now have evolved into that sort of thing, and the way I do this like every day when I meditate. After meditation, I connect with my soul, and I ask my soul, what does it wish me to know today? So what I'm actually doing is going into my heart space. So I realize not everybody thinks about things the same way or has the same beliefs. But regardless, we all know we have a heart. We all know we have a feeling heart. And so what I do then after meditation, I just breathe, I connect, go into the feeling space of my heart, and I ask, what is the message for today? What do people need to know? And so from there will come a word or a sentence or a concept. And that's how these that's how these videos and messages from the heart come about. So this is my introductory video for my YouTube channel. I've been doing these on Facebook, as I said before, at least once a week before. So I'll be regularly posting on YouTube as well. And if you like these videos and if you think they will be helpful for other people, please share, because the more we can get this kind of message across, the more we can help with encouragement, with information, with motivation, with support, with love, care, compassion, the better it's going to be for all of us. And so I look forward to seeing you on my YouTube channel. And I'm sending you all so much love. And let's love ourselves enough to do this. And to do this, what I mean is, let's love ourselves enough to be open to the understanding and the information of how amazing we really are. And the fact that we are more than just a physical body, way, way more. When push comes to shove, we know this, we see this, and we do this. But let's not wait to be pushed or shoved. Let's make this a thing in our life every day. And let's love ourselves enough to do this and to know this. Okay. I hope that you have enjoyed this and that it has been helpful and made sense for you. Much love. And I'll see you on my next video. Ciao for now.